morning YouTube, and welcome back for another Market Watch on Tuesday. Today we're back to normal, we're going back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Market Watch stuff. But today we're going to go over some more deck essentials, less just the most expensive things that people who are probably more likely to be newer players or people who have just come back to the game should be looking at getting for their decks. Because most decks can run these, most decks will need these, most decks should have these. So, we'll see you in the video. As always, leave a like, comment and subscribe, helps me out greatly. Share if you can, because every view helps build this channel up more and more. As when you're watching other YouTubers and you see people go, hey, no Europeans are doing any market watches, why do you guys think that's the case? It's like, well, we do market watches, but if you type in Yu-Gi-Oh! Market Watch, you ain't going to find anyone from the European side of things. It's all just the two big boys, House of Champs and MK40. Love those two, don't get me wrong. I watch them occasionally, especially when new things come out. Helps gives me ideas. If they ever watch my stuff, hopefully I'll give them some ideas as well. If you've watched my stuff, I normally come up with things and then they'll do something themselves a few years later. Do I think they've watched my stuff? Not at all. But it's nice to see that obviously people are on the same track overall. But yeah, let's get into that video and see what we're looking at today. So, as I said, we're just going to go over a few things that people are looking for in their decks. More core value cards as opposed to the big end game, this kind of winning turn one. Just basic things that most people should probably be looking at for just a consistent deck, or in some cases like a side deck. But these are good cards nonetheless. So Ash Blossom. So I thought, I'll bring out the cheapest card, which is the common, and the Soul Structures, but yeah, Structure deck Soul Burner, which is I believe the Silent Great deck. You can see prices are around about the 6, then going up to the 7. Playset here in English. 2 playsets a bit here. Playset in German. Playset again in English. Playset in Italian. But yeah, this is what we're kind of looking at here. You need when you're buying from here, you need to look at say, hey, I'm gonna get a playset because you're paying that one shipping then. So go like, yeah, I'll go with the cheapest person, and then I'll get the next cheapest, and I'll get the next cheapest, and all of a sudden you're paying like £10 per card because your postage is so much. Whereas if you've got this guy here, you go, okay, look, he's got 3 available. Okay, Captain Kush, you do you, mate. So he's £21. Your postage is probably like £2.50 to 3. Right, £24. There you go. So you're saving £6 upon this because you didn't want to get cards for like an extra £2. But yeah, you have to toss up your postage sometimes when it comes to card market. And then, just because I'm not going to do max rarity, but I'm going to do the nice shiny rarity, so we're going to get ultra rare. Ash Blossom and Joy Spring from Dual Power. £6. Yep, it's exactly the same price as the commons. You got free English here for 7. Again, looking at postage, it's going to be cheap for postage. Bang on. But yeah, so Ash Blossom, be it into the super rares, ultras, and even in the commons are the same price. Get your ultra rares. If you don't like ultra rares, get your super rares. If you don't like super rares, then you're stuck with commons. I'm really sorry, guys, but yeah, if you can, get your hollows. Make your deck look nice. Nice to play with hollows, not just blank cardboard. Right, Cool with the Grave. Still a great card. Doesn't come too much nowadays, but it's used to negate those hand traps, baby. And as we just looked at Ash Blossom, what's better than a hand trap stopper? Cool with the Grave. So it just have 3 other printings in Dual Devastator, in the Mega Tins of last year, and as the special edition from the set this came from. We will be looking at the Mega Tins one after this, but we're just going to go through here. And yeah, you're looking around about the 2 to 3 for the commons. I believe these are commons. Yep, commons. Playset here, £9 plus postage, probably looking about £12. There you go, you got your playset. If we go have a look at the Cool with the Graves and the Mega Tins, which is the secret rare. Again, I know some of you don't think that secret rare from here is classed as a secret rare. It should be more like a prismatic rarity as opposed to secret rare, because there is some difference in the actual secret rarity foil. I agree. Yes, it is totally different. Like, it has a wavy line pattern as opposed to sort of the spewy pattern that you get, like the sparkly pattern. You know what I mean. If you've seen one, you know what I mean. But yeah, if you're looking for English, fours. Excuse me, 4s. Not many. I don't think there's any English play sets for a while. He says, wondering. Still says wondering. Here's a few Italians, a few Germans on the way down. First English playset, you're looking at $6.60 per card. So you are going to be paying just over the £20 mark, he says. Wondering, because you can't do maths today. 18, 16, just under. So 19, 18, plus postage, probably looking about 22 to 21. Same sort of price you're looking at the Ash Blossoms. But yeah. But these cool cards. Alright, you don't use them in all your decks nowadays. You might put them in a side deck. But there you go, you got your side deck cards. Infinite Impermanence, same thing again. Very good trap card. You can either use it in your side or you can use it in your main. Personally, I think Infinite Impermanence is one of those cards that can happily just go into the main deck and just stay there and actually happily take those 3 slots and go like, you know what? You're actually a good card. But it does also have 2 other printings. Flood as a secret rare, I believe, and in Dual Power, which was the year before's like collection bump set. You are looking at the same price really between this and Dual Power. So Dual Lola and Dual Power basically are parallel in prices now. You are paying a premium for the secret rare version, but that's to be expected. It is the secret rare version. Jin here is selling free. He's got your playset in English. This guy here, God Cards, he's got a playset. Elite Cards, they've got a playset. So yeah, it's what you're looking at. If you've got the money, always go for a playset. You'll save money in the long run. If you can help it, don't just buy a single card per week and go, yeah, I don't mind spending like £2.50, £3 per postage. So you're spending like 25 a card. You know, as much as you go like, oh, I don't really want to spend like £72 on the free cards and then the postage, you save money in the long run. So instead of paying 66 here, you're going to pay 72. That's all your postage, or you're paying 75 here. You know, it's only like £3 saving, but it's still saving, and then it could be spent on another card or other cards depending on what you're playing. So yeah, Infinite Impermanence. This is obviously just more people who like the older, higher rarities. Beautiful card. The cheapest we've got is Germans, followed by Italians, followed by a Spanish. English is 45. Yeah, it's the price point it's been for a long time. £50 for next English, and then there are 3 English available. 1 copy will be American. If that really matters to you, the difference will be like the lightness of the colouring on the trap card. I thought we've had a trap card I'm going to show you. So English trap cards, how bad's this going to be? So English trap cards are quite, like, well, I'll say English, European are quite dark purple when it comes to, see if there's anything, it's quite dark purple, whereas the American ones are more of a lighter purple. Not quite like pinky purple, but they aren't as shaded, I think some people are saying. So yeah, as long as you don't mind having one that's slightly off coloured, it's not too bad. £150 though, plus postage, probably looking around about £5 postage. As you probably want it to get tracked. But I mean, this is for people who are trying to wear out their decks and go like, hey look, I'm going to always have impermanence until it gets banned or limited. I want it just to have here for all my decks, because, you know, take these 3 cards out, put my next one. That's how some people work. Evenly matched. You don't see this too often now, but as a rule, it is used in some of the more trap heavier decks, looking at Altergeist, looking at things like Sky Strikers, anything to make your rise and fall with your opponent a bit easier on yourself. Cheapest isn't English, but as I said again, you are looking at playsets if you want to play something like this. Some people only want to play one of this. They don't want to see it too often, but want to see enough that it feels like it's in the deck at least. The first playset is in French. If you don't want playing French, there you go, £45, £48 is your playset. If you are looking for English playsets, he says, more French, there you go, the American print for £17.50. So you're paying, my brain's going to go dead now, 30, 40, 50, just 50-ish. Plus postage, you're probably about 52 to 53 for postage. But there's your playset. This is much cheaper than it used to be. I remember when this card used to be around about the, is it here? So I remember when this first came out, it was about £30, so you were paying a bit more for it. Evenly matched in Secret Rare. Came out of Megatins 18. Yeah, so I remember when these were also like £40 each. So yeah, they've come down in price. First English, got 2 available. I think this guy was also selling the regulars as well. Maybe it's the Influence. 2, again, as I said, not everyone wants to play a playset. Sometimes people just want 2 of, some people want 1 of. It's totally up to you. I mean, for the Secret Rare version, if you're going to pay £17.50 for the ultra rare, for the extra 50p, it is probably worth just getting the 2 for now and being like, hey, I'll wait for another one, or maybe I can see if I can pick up a cheap English. But yeah, I think that's where you're going to be stuck for a little bit. There's a Germans here for a playset of. Is there a playset of English down here at all? There's a playset of more Germans. Lots of Germans if you're after some German copies. A few playsets down here. Yeah. Oh, and a playset of Italian. So yeah, if you're looking for a playsets, there are playsets of German and Italians. If you actually want the English, there's 2 of and 1 of later on, depending on how much you're willing to pay. Again, this is more for those who just want to have higher max rarities in their decks, as this is the highest rarity of this card. Effect Veiler. So again, same thing I did with Ash Blossom. We're going to go for the cheapest one available, which is Order of Chaos, which I believe is a super rare. Yeah, super rare. Not sure the super rare isn't very good in price compared to others, but if we're looking here, there are some available. They are quite cheap. I did see an English playset somewhere, he says. But, first playset I think we can find is French. Then you go further and further down. More French. Playset in French again. German. Playset in English. So you're looking about £6 for a playset in English. Again, also check eBay. Occasionally people list these as quite cheap to try and get rid of them because they have a bulk of them. People have given up on the game, trying to get out of it. It's always worth just checking. eBay is not always the greatest place for prices, but sometimes it's a good place you can just get a random bargain if you just look at the right time. Same effect mailer here. So this is the dual Devastator version, ultra rare. This came out about, was it like October last year? November last year? And yeah, like it flooded the market for a bit. These dropped the prices of a lot of the others for a while. I think some of the other ultras have like stabilised. But yeah, we've got 4 playsets here of French, 99p each. Going to get a playset of English. Lots of French. Oh, that's a hell of a lot of French. I mean, look, you're paying like £1 each for ultras. Let's see if we can find a playset in English. See if we can find a playset in English. Playsets in German. Not quite. We've seen get a lot of 2s in English. Oh, there we go. First playset in English. 120 a card. So you're probably looking about the same again for postage. So if you're going to say 360 for the card, postage probably like 250. So there you go. So you're looking around about 570-ish, 580-ish for a playset, which, you know, personally isn't too bad. If you are going to look at like what else you can buy for that stuff, obviously you're going through the things here. But if you are thinking Effect Veiler is going to be good for your deck, then have it in. Some people like to have it in because it is also a tuner card. It's just nice to have the extra tuner. Maybe something happens during the whole experience. There you go. And then finally, just something a bit newer, Gravedigger's Trap Hole. Raflasia's got reprinted in OP13. I'm sure you've watched Rev Cards. He's obviously been trying to do the Raflasia, or Trap Fix Raflasia thing in his deck to make it more consistent so he can actually have easier access so Nibiru can't come down and smash his cards. Obviously people have heard about this from other YouTubers, which is obviously where he's heard it from. So, but yeah, as you can see, the prices go up and up and up and up. People like this card because obviously how the trap tricks works. It searches for this. It's not so bad. So, but you're looking for. I don't think you want to play a set of this. I think you just want one of these. So it's not so much looking for a playset. It's just looking for what you want. So here you go. Cheapest English is 18. Postage probably looking at 20 to 21. So there you go. Obviously we have cheaper copies in Italian. A lot of cheaper copies in Italian. French, Spanish, French again. Yeah, in English. So that about does it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Hopefully this has been sort of more insightful for those who've just come back to the game and things that you should maybe look at. It's all well and good to pick a deck. Sometimes it is just worth picking up a structure deck. I don't recommend picking up the Sacred Beast structure deck if you're going to think about using it as like a base for an actual good deck. It's a theme deck essentially. It's not really a structure deck. Things like Shadows you can get hold of it. Things like Salads. Things like Machina. Like those are really good. Dinosaurs, they're really good. Those are the 4 you want to look at actually to like, try and make a deck of it. Rockets, I always say Rockets for some reason. Those basically the last year and a half of decks, the 2 years of decks is kind of really good. I think even the zombie deck that came out with Zombie Red Eyes was actually quite a good. I'm not saying competitive, but it was actually quite a good zombie deck. But those are the things that people need to look at. And obviously, synergizes with things like Ash Blossom. Ash Blossom is a zombie. All the ghost girls are zombies, so that sort of symbiosis with the zombie decks. But yeah, thank you for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed yourselves. I've been Yugioh Swiftly, your wonderful host, and I think that's it for tonight. Hope you guys have a wonderful Tuesday, and peace out. You guys have yourselves a good, productive day. Goodbye.